Oh, the question is, did I miss any?
Man alive! You're still in one piece!
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall.
Good.
In time, yeah. But we can think...
Sid! Enough to give those Akashic monsters, but mostly, I felt...
I'm afraid I've only done... There's no getting rid of that ether, meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up
And that's if the flood don't spread. I hate to say it, but the village's days are...
That may be, but with ether floods springing up all over, it's no... We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded daily.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those...
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravos needed you. So...
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have let...
Too bloody right. I always envied you. You leaving gave me the and from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally. Something we can... you see the sense of it eventually.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy, even. Our work used to be the... Now... It's not about the crop. I wouldn't send my sons to war English. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but the average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. There's people who trust their lives to my steel. But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft.
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing it. Blackthorn. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid.
And this is?
A token, but our designs for a certain sword have been...
Now, hold on, sir. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not... I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel. And I've learned to own an edge. Odin will be proud. The engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler... And they're not just for show.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravosd in the... I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. Between the two of us. I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back the hideaway, would you?
As long as he can keep us...
Right. Zoltan, get your...
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia. need to deal with these ones first. To find this spherical echo. This is it. The whole village has turned. That'll do, girl.
Soil and stone!
Good girl. Be safe. Two down.
And what can I do for you? I do like a customer who knows what he wants. I'll be here if you need me.
Why?
You deserve a rest. That's all of them.
Come back. Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts at home.
We were just about to make a start on that sword.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We'll be using his leather. Steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be
A team effort.
now. Save that talk to the thing, right?
To the bellows it is then.
Well, bugger me.
The sword to end all swords. Trust.
Thank you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest?
This? It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history, but we're up for the challenge. Here,
A list of material.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back.
We reckon with those items there, we could...
That's a weapon I'd like to see.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies race?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's...
trouble with your gear, or... I never, and if it hadn't been for you... Not Sancfordian, do you? Anything else?
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts?
Canva lost.
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for our lesson today? How was she? The Enterprise.
Ah, so... Good, thankful.
Oh, fit May I present the Telemon Furnace?
She's a beauty.
You saved my beacon again, Sid, and I ain't about to let your good...
It's fine, really.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make...
You could just...
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up, and I reckon I know how. With a new alloy we've been working on. The Telemon is a metal, see? So it's lovely and strong.
Stretchy metal.
That is the spirit. You'll love it. So?
Thank you.
Shh. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Can't think of any right now, but maybe even one day, the whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've helped us put together.
They'll hardly believe...
So, she don't need sails?
Don't tell me we've run out of Pepio nuts and all.
Still alive, are you? If you're gonna buy some, be quick about it. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. Let's not be greedy now. And be thankful you got that much. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered. Either way.
Ah, Clive, I'd like you to take something seeds for planting. I'll keep providing, but if these pools going to serve as of those, they've lived their whole lives in small wonder they ain't got the foggiest out. And if you're wondering why you, well, the Wagoneer's taking supplies up that. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it. But I think even...
All right.
Thanks. There. That should be enough to keep them in Gazal.
Gizal Green.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But better that than something that'll wither, and chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, I'll go up there and show him.
I'm sure you...
Ah, what brings you to...
A delivery.
These are Gizar. Martha's keen to cut the apron. I jest, of course. You see, but they'd long since gone to seed.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers so that they'll be able to...
That's not about... These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds. They know little of freedom. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all... Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far. Subsisting all... It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defense.
The Horde is close. They're coming, Sir Wade.
Time it all. I thought we'd have... Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashek. A veritable legion of them. They've been seen... We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may...
What if you could call on reinforcements?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village, though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians. What help they are able to offer could still prove the...
You're right, my lord. I will... My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter? To serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool!
For Eastpool!
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me?
Lord Rossfield, my lady.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied.
You're going to lure them into...
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, with luck, that point will be the village square. The perfect place, and for you and I to...
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerve. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all...
Sir Wade!
Then you know what you must... We work together, each shielding the other that no man might fall. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord.
Then I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too.
Right you are.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. Let this village fall.
Enough!
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield! Change of plan!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and his head...
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in East Pool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I could order a detachment or two to fall.
No. Let you stay here too, Sir Wade. I'll go after the curl. Join me only when East Pool is won.
If you're sure. May the Founder protect you.
This is no time to ride.
Next one's mine. I might not know what...
Let's go. All right. Back to East Pool.
Lord Rossfield.
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for... We were able to eradicate. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for... I hesitate to say it, but...
I think it might.
We saved... Thank you, my friend.
No, Sir Wade. You brought us together.
We never had nothing to call our own before. But now we do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. But there's no doubt in my mind, we're free men now. We have to fight to protect what...
And we shall. This is our home. And if anyone or any...
They'll have us to answer to.
Come on, then.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
They're not slaves anymore.
No. Your father took pity on the bear, and I believe if he was still with us today...
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord. And after all, this is my home now, too.
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud, or I'll have to pull my weight, too. Can't have... Speaking of which, I ought to be getting...
Can we continue to count on your support?
Of course. And us Rosarians have got to stick together.
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you... I ain't paid you for delivering them.
All right.
Lord Rossfield, clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes. There's one sight that I shall never forget. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up, when the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face,
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria...
Thank you. I know the rest of the world will be safe.
The hero? It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get reward. Take it, before I change my mind.
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet, and a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought?
Well, it was your right.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that. Reminds me of when I loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do. In fact, that's how I met him. He showed up at the stables one day, asking Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him. And do you know what he did? And then I did the same. We made a pact that day.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing, just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became our... He certainly didn't laugh.
Indeed, but the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and Mike...
Suppose you're right, and if we don't manage it, good thing we've got a few half... It's almost enough. Anyway, better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me?
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
I got peppers to numb your tongue up.
But there were ghosts at the gates not days ago. Those things I said before.
Oh, Clive. What am I to do? My wards and I may soon be without a home.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne. And
the High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders. Second only to his Radiance at the head of the... Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title. The Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform a foundation upon which to build. He's already secured the support of the various army remnant.
He would rob the populace.
Believe me, I have used it.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around.
How? By speaking a man whose stated aim is to revive the Empire, Philippe's comrades. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel and an occasional trip to the Vale. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have...
Who could blame them?
Clive, would you, for your services to Northreach, you have the risk. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking. Well?
I'll see what I can...
Thank you.
Tell me then. Where will I find this in the garrison?
Overseeing the...
All right. I may have met this duke before, at the Remembrance Ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You got some business with the...
No, actually. I was hoping I might be able to speak with...
We're under orders not to let any... But you should be all right. Wait here.
So, you are the self, and I shall see it repay. But tell me, is it wealth?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire...
Ah, you are worried the expanded... Yet you needn't be. The pride of place, in fact. But no more. For it is they...
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape large... Which is more than can be said. The Empire wants for a capital... with Caer Norvent as her citadel. We need only build a wall around both to create a city that... Plans are all soon enough. These thralls shall learn...
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense...
The people? If Sandbreck is to be rebuilt, she one whose authority... That is why this... So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted... And yet, there are those who...
I suspect...
Precise. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of... You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your...
Sabine, we have...
Yes! And I told you then how putting the Empire before her citizens would lead...
Without an empire...
And in yours, there will... Is that what Griga wills...
Do not take her name...
I'll come back later. The citizens... I wonder what the people really... It wouldn't hurt to ask. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
All right there.
Just your opinion. I wondered what you thought of the Duke.
Not much. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. And now he's trying to drive us out completely. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be...
I heard the dame got an icon to rid the man over.
A question. What do you think of the Duke of...
You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble. If he thinks his name and his... will do whatever it... Whatever it...
I've been hearing a lot of talk.
Nothing going around, and with hardly a word to the...
I take it you'd rather...
As far as I just need his eminence.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
I got peppers to numb your tongue up.
Those things I said before.
Excuse me, do you have... I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts.
Well, I mean, look around. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the... And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another.
You're the one who's talking to his...
On the dame's behalf, yes. What do you think of his...
I'm a soldier, mate. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the dame. That's where my loyalties lie. Not with the town or the Empire. But if the Duke can get us some men and the equipment we...
I left everything. As long as you remain, the veil will see you.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to... Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not. All I know is that unless the Emperor... Look, no one likes all these taxes, and once Sanbreque is back on her feet...
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing.
Captain.
For you? Sir, thank you for last time. How can I help?
I wanted to ask you about the... Do you intend to...
To tell you the truth, it's my sworn duty as a captain of the...
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect...
That's right.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either.
Thank you, Clive. Protecting the people I love is what... Well, duty. Thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Were you able to...
I was.
Well, it will serve, though I doubt it will come as much consolation to them. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say...
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinion. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the great. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion. And the soldiers, meanwhile, are and not just because of the Duke's rank.
I thought, had I sworn to protect Sanbreque, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to thank you for...
I don't know about...
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those... But Because I realise what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will but I'm certain they're not finished with us. And when they do come back, we need to stand with you to lead us, milady. It was you who finally convinced there's no point following orders if they...
Indeed.
All of us. That has always been Northreach's. We have only to turn... Thank you, Philippe.
Anything. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks.
Not at all.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope for North, especially with men like you. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, but I suspect I shall have to call up until then.
Until then.
Ah, Clive. You'll be pleased to know...
That is good.
Yes. Our comrade in Randalar, I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking. You couldn't do me a quick...
What is it this time?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and find out exactly how much fast...
All right.
Thanks, Clive.
Don't blame yourself, El. I know, no buts.
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me the talks with the Republican. I've reached an agreement with us, though prices have fallen of late. We deliberately offered above the going, but the consortium offered double what we did.
And you had no opportunity to...
None at all.
El? I saw Vonnie.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to about... How did the consortium even...
It's not so surprising. This isn't over. The consortium will have to... I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone?
Are you offering to be... How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the cap... You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything... Even if I fail to free these bears, someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling...
Oh, and that's... Well, it looks like I'm meeting the Silver Peak Consortium. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She means to stay with us then.
You have to try.
You're right. And if El's off fighting for the cause, So I bid you farewell. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. You go to Randalar and see if you can stop my sister biting the consortium's heads off.
I'll do my... All right. To Randalar, then. I'd better not keep Eloise waiting. What I wouldn't give for a hot...
Looks like this is the end of the road.
When are they gonna let us through?
Fly, Ambrosia.
You deserve a rest. I hope I didn't keep you up. Did you arrange to speak?
Here they are.
You wish to consult with me?
I did.
It's about the bearers you recently purchased. We had all but finished making arrangements.
You misunderstand. The consortium, it was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggests, and so we resume.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make that what is done is done.
Alas, you are too late, dear. We rarely take on such. Uncle, the bearers belong to him.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from a most demanding fellow. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks. That's what you get when you deal with
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent. They pay good money for bearers, not fit for the knacker's yard.
That does sound... No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. And with it, my interest in joining your...
My associates will be sorry.
I'm sorry you weren't able...
As am I. But he was right. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy... Their representative hinted at a possible... I feigned interest in joining them in the hope... As soon as he left, I sent my...
So you...
No. I entertained the consortium's proposal. I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out.
You tried.
I did. And they deserve... I wanted so...
Eloise! Word from Cashlock. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but they need help.
Theo!
I'll go on it.
Thank you, Clark. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just...
Hold on, Theo. Back to the stables, girl. Where's Theodore?
Upriver!
He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village. But the Hulk...
Just have to pray he makes it out in one...
I can do better than that. To fight. The east is too thick. These creatures have already turned. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy. Ugh. Theodore, you had me worried for... We have to get you out of here.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore!
And so will you!
Elle. Theodore.
Take care of my sister.
Theodore, wait.
Goodbye, Elle.
Thank you.
That was true bravery. His first instinct was always to protect people.
And now he's... because I sent him...
It wasn't a... He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own.
To live my... He never could come to terms with the...
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer.
We grew up in Canva. And I was chosen to inherit... I had my father's head for figures, you see. A late bloomer, for unlike most bearers, it wasn't... My parents tried to drive him out of the house before they could.
Theo told me something. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others, but he said you deserved a better life than this. Just as you freed him.
I would be lying if I said I had not won how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed and devoted myself to the family. But I have never regretted the decision. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made, and he was never a burden. If anything...
You weren't, Eloise. That he had always been grateful, and that he wanted to repay you, but neither you nor Theo weighed each other. You did whatever was, and you always would.
You're right. It was so weak. Oh, Theo. I know Theo wanted me to move on. We can make a difference here. I need nothing more. So I'll carry on doing what bringing smiles to, and to Theo's. This is the life I have chosen.
I've made a choice to continue helping you however I can.
Thank you. Let's go on.
Lord Rossfield. Is there or
Perhaps. My brother said that your order... Have you learned anything of...
Little and little.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we, even now, our archaeologians scour ruins...
Fallen ruins, I take it.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants, as if protecting.
Secrets which...
Should our method... Mayhap it would please you to observe.
Would that be possible?
Of course. A survey. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect... If you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would...
All right.
They will be most... Might I suggest you take the road through... It will lead you straight to the village.
Thank you.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord.
A village built around an airship. Sounds like another lost wing. Inhabitants are just as friendly.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
You deserve a rest.
Oh no. You'll pay for this. There may still be survivors. It's over. Stay down.
Should have stayed in the park. These must be Cyril's.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
I did not recognize you. We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. Thanks to them, and to you, we were—
You call that? Your brothers might still be alive. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying.
We are charged with a duty of the high—
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you?
I know they would. They gave now. To what do we owe?
Cyril told me of your work here.
I see. That is most— May the Firebird's flame—
It's one thing to lay down your life for another. But for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
Let us continue then. There is a second.
I shall prepare the parchment.
Here.
My thanks. I shall study them and inform you for—
Cyril. Losses which could have been avoided. Were these your—
No. Every Undying devotes his life to the service.
Even when death is—
My lord, I fear that the Undying have served the Phoenix for countless— We live to serve the Phoenix.
Cyril. But allow me to offer you— It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal— Provide your survey parties with an escort. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix. Please.
I thank you, if you will permit me to respond. And we of the Undying will do what we believe is as first shield to the Phoenix. I am sure you—
I do.
Then we are of the same mind.
alive.
I just wanted to see how the town's been.
Since all is absolutely wonderful. And firmly at the helm. Just as the...
Are you a lord? They're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil.
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my Speaking of men, there may be a rather worry...
May there...
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside that... And they have formed what one could call a League of Out, and they grow more organized.
We'll fight them all off, just like last time. Won't we?
Of course we will. If we can... The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only way to... Our best hope is to nip these efforts at all by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and perhaps a certain Lord
How could I refuse?
Thank Victor will fill you in on... I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving...
I'll go and speak.
What's the difference between a lord and
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Still in Dalamil, Victor?
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosne.
I did. I've developed something, and having worked so hard to see it saved from a sentiment, Master Lubor's...
You're not the only...
What is it?
He asked for my aid and he said that you might be able to...
Then you've come at just the right time. There are more camps in the vicinity, but we must strike together, and we must strike.
All right.
There's one upriver.
Leave it with me.
Come on.
Those ne'er-do-wells.
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him! The one who killed Lot and Fingers! Take his head off!
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are... Ah, I see the...
No, but...
No.
What is it?
The whole town's in saying that Lubor...
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape. Some of the children spotted him, and when Lubor felled him, with a bolt of magic and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years. Which is, if he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who was made a leader.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here. But I know one thing.
You're right.
And now I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. Well...
We're sorry, Lubor, but we just couldn't
There's nothing to be sorry for. All that matters to me is that you... Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing.
All lies, I'll wager.
Just once people make up their minds, we need to do something. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them.
You're right.
I'm glad you agree. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. You had to make Conrad and Natalie remember. They know that Lubor and I are friends. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League.
I'll do what I can. Lubor, I can't promise anything.
And that is all.
Why you taking the bearers?
Why do they always have to make such a...
He knew all along that...
Forgive me for disturbing you, but...
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it?
That's right.
The rumors that he's...
He'll never be mayor now.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is... In this at least, he's done the town a service.
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us.
So what do you propose?
Perhaps. And they will thank you.
The townsfolk have made their minds up.
Nor I. Conrad and...
You never know. Once their anger is...
All right.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearers?
For a share.
I assume...
There's still...
But... perhaps...
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. We'll talk some sense.
No, and your efforts would be...
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie. Yourself be true. Rather an ironic one when you can... But I do not doubt that she was all, and so must I be. And now, I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalim, for only united can they hope to stand. I'll need to make a suitably...
Don't go, Lubor. We'll be all alone.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Not only...
How could it possibly be for the best? The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance.
I would not take it.
Over. And so just like that, you're going to throw this... I thought you were better, but it seems you hadn't...
Victor.
Forget it.
You sure you're making the right choice?
Of those available to me? Ah, but where are my manners? Right then.
If there's anything I can do...
I'll...
Come back. The stew's awfully thin these days.
How may I help you today, Clive? You earned this. All done?
feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
What is this place?
Don't move. Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand, then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course.
I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you coming.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
What do you mean, don't jump to...
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
How the hell did that go?
Stay close, Torvald. Should have picked on someone your own size.
Come back.
The stew's awfully thin these days.
Still say it were a compliment.
Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters!
All right. If it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood? Barnabas Tharm. The one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea. Tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canva's streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I?
Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Clive, how may I help you today? One must understand one's place in the world. Here you are. Thus ends today's lesson.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
I have no reason to assume.
Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject. And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example, one that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, few have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
If it please your grace, might I one day...
Mid said I could ride the Enterprise next.
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do.
Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
Let me know when you're leaving. I want a word before you go.
Of course.
My Lord Marquis.
Yote, is any...
My lord, yes. It's your brother, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest...
I had feared.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering. But his grace's case is severe. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades and thankfully a recipe was found. And our supply. Unless we can secure more soon. My lord, I know that I have...
For Joshua. So?
A rare herb. It grows only where the ether is densest. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, the search continues for a new source.
So it's only that you can't reach it? The stone and water...
Well...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But...
You've yet to find another source, correct? Besides...
Well, if your stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms, I shall remain here, and...
Fly, Ambrosia.
No mistakes. All right. Now to find our stonewort. Yote mentioned blood-red petals. That's my luck. Well, I won't be picking anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it.
Almost, Torgo!
collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. Right. That should do.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
Yote.
Yes, I'm sure it will serve us, and
I'm very glad.
You and His Grace you think only of how you might help others.
No more than you have minding my brother.
I am, but I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of your...
I'll keep that in... Is something wrong?
Not at all. Honestly. Can't a man wish his friend farewell? Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order while you're off saving the world.
I'll hold you to that.
Reckon it'll be a long walk to the capital if we follow the cliffs. I'll scout ahead, see if I can't find us an inland route.
Clive. There's something I've been meaning to ask. You took her icon, didn't you?
Yes, I did. She understood.
Oh, she understood. Understood that you decided to save the world all on your own, and that you'd die without her power. How dare you make her choose? You knew damn well she'd never refuse you. But I will. You can't keep pushing us away, Clive. The world is ours to save, not yours.
I used my gift because I thought it was the right thing to do.
And you truly believe this will save you? Will save us all?
I do.
then so be it. Just don't forget, you're not alone.
Think I found us a trail. Did I miss something?
Only that Joshua didn't.
I don't get it. Always wanted to visit Ash.
We're in Waluda territory now. Don't expect a warm welcome.
Oh, I don't know, Clive. That castle over there looks inviting enough.
Shall we sample its inhabitants' hospitality?
Fly, Ambrosia!
Remember what I said about warm welcomes, Gav?
Ah, this place is as dead as Grieger's ghost.
I knew I smelled something.
I see only orcs and a Kashik here.
Let's hope the villagers made it out in time. Straight home now. Let's go. It's Camber all over again. Where the hell are the Royalists?
Seems you were right about that welcome after all, Clive. Aye, aye.
Has the whole of Ash fallen into Ultima's hands?
That's no peace delegation. We should send a warning to the others.
No. My uncle will have an eye on the coast. I trust he'll find a way to entertain any uninvited guests. Our mark is Drake's Spine, and there's a lot of road between us and it. We press on to Stone here.
Aye, you never know. It might not be a nest of slavering monsters.
Clive, you must go on ahead without me. This stronghold is as old as Phoenix Gate, perhaps older. It may yet hide Ultima's remaining secrets, and if we are to best him, they must be unearthed.
All right. Stay out of trouble.
I always do. Mostly.
You sure about this?
About leaving my brother on his own. Of course. Mostly.
Lady Vivian's map is so old, it's hard to tell which way is up. But if I'm right, we're not far from a village called Ace.
Then we make our way there, resupply, and wait for Joshua.
Faster! This place reeks like a mogul's arsehole. Though I'm guessing it's not the smell that'll kill us.
Back.
Oh, much breath. Don't look down, Torgal. That must be Aistla.
You deserve a rest.
What do you think, Clive?
Then we're too late.
Damn it. They're all turned. There's nothing we can do.
I wouldn't say nothing.
No quarter gap! No quarter! You think all the villages in Ash are like this?
A question for later, Gap.
I don't want to die here, Clive.
Then don't!
Gav. Gav!
Don't tell me there's more of the bastards.
Oh, fuck. Have you come to watch, Odin?
Bound for Stonehill. Good. My master awaits you in the capital, though I cannot allow you to attend him in your present state.
And how are you going to stop us?
Why, with this!
What did you do?
If the vessel would see the path opened, it has but to ask. I shall see that my master's prize is made presentable.
Shit! No! Clive, would you mind telling me what the fuck just happened? Oh, you've got to be. How are we supposed to get through that?
We seek an audience with the king. If His Majesty wants me to come and ask him, then that is exactly what I'll do.
Before you go practicing your petition, we don't even know where the fucker went. How about we cool our heads and think this through, eh?
All right.
Maybe there's something here we can use. I thought we got them all.
So did I.
Please, no.
Miss. Whoa, easy, easy. We're not turned, all right?
Who? My thanks, kind travelers.
Edda, forgive me for asking, but what went on here?
It all started when the skies changed. The elders said it was the Arcade. One by one, people went mad. Minds taken by the ether. Till only I remained. By then, I was too far along to run. And then the nights came. And I didn't know what to do.
This, Arche is...
just a story. Something our grandparents told us when we misbehaved. About how the heavens would grow dark before the land took her last breath.
The end of the world. You said the others went mad. But where did they go?
They all left. Drawn east to the tower, to Reverie. The elders, the healer, the blacksmith, my husband.
You thinking he did this?
Of course. Who else could it be? You were in Canva. You saw what he did to the people.
But then what about her? How come her nut hasn't cracked?
The baby, perhaps? Could be protecting her from the ether. I can't think of any other explanation.
You mean... it's a bearer?
It won't matter what it is once Ultima's magic takes hold. Time's running out. This tower. That's where we'll find the king.
I knew it. It's the same as Phoenix Gate. Which means at the end of these stairs should be... The mural is complete. Ultima and his vessel, Ffxvi. Garuda, Ramu, Shiva, Titan, Bahamut, Odin. Even Leviathan the Lost is here. But where is the Phoenix? By the Founder. So that's what you want, isn't it, Ultima?
So that's how it's gonna be then?
I'm not asking, Gav. I need you to stay with Edda.
What?
I must do this alone. If I don't return, you're to find Joshua and make for the Enterprise. Understood?
Aye. Don't you go dying on me. Sid's name suits your miserable mug better than mine.
Don't worry. I haven't finished with it yet. This is no time to ride. If Barnabas is controlling the Akashic, then wherever he goes, they'll follow. And so will I. Come on. Faster! This is it, boy. I've come for you, Barnabas. Stay close, Torgal. seem to have a mind of their own. If I were Barnabas, where would I be? The top. So I could look down on the world. was that thing? Hopefully there aren't any more.
It's over!
almost there.
He's here. I can feel him.
The blade must ever feed if her edge is to remain keen.
Butcher.
What care you for these worthless creatures? They are nothing. Weak from the moment of their conception, ever longing for power not theirs to command, they turn unfailingly upon themselves. Like sheep, they roam in filthy flocks, eager to trample those few gifted a fleece of gold. Or that they might feel contentment with their pitiful existence. Prejudice and persecution, severance and strife, every earthly wrong springs from the malice in men's hearts. Malice born of the pain and suffering that is free will. Its corruption is gnawed at your being from the very moment of your birth.
You're wrong. It is no corruption. It is who I am. Every choice I make, right or wrong, gives me reason to carry on. And carry on I shall. Not as a puppet, but as a man. Which are you?
There was a time I too thought those the only choices.
What?
Long ago, God granted man the gift of magic. And with that gift did he build great civilizations. Yet over time, man lost sight of the gift's true meaning, stepping from the path of shared prosperity to one of avarice. He abandoned his creator for sword and flame, and through his folly, beckoned the blight. Yet, there were those few who refused to turn their eyes from the heavens, and they prayed to God that he might lead them back to righteousness. And the Lord, he did answer. Before the worthy shall the gates of paradise open. And so did I spread my arms to the ether, and cast my soul upon its gentle waters. I gave myself unto him. My worth proven, the Lord charged me thus. If your kind are to find salvation, they must be made to serve. You see, Paradise lies but a single step away. Could we only take it? Could we only leave our transgressions behind? For none save the pure of heart and mind may set foot in the new world. I will save us. But it all begins and ends with you. You are the key, Mythos. And with this humble offering, shall I prove my faith once more.
So you forsook your kingdom. You forsook yourself to serve. Tell me, how is that living? What you seek to provide is not salvation. It's anything but. Life is about always having a choice. Take that away, and we might as well be dead.
Very well. Come then. Show us the strength of your will.
It's not the strength of my will that should worry you, but the weakness of yours.
If you think your will was stronger, prove it. By this day's end, you shall know the truth. I tire of this. With the might of a god, yet still you fight like a man. Show me more! Nice try. Must I show you? You to serve as his vessel, and you cling to this foolish notion of hope when there is none. Fuck!
Desperate, are we?
now you must follow it. Free yourself, Mythos. You will not defeat me otherwise. We'll see. Perhaps you still require persuasion. And when you see
You admitted defeat the moment you turned your back on us. When you turned your back on the truth, Barnabas. We are not as weak as your god believes.
What are you waiting for? Men know nothing of strength. You've made a weapon of your weakness? My apologies. You are not the fool I took you for. And so it ends. No! Don't tell me you are tired, Mythos! Your stubborn defiance has stirred my long-becalmed heart, filling it with a joy that I have not known for generations! I had thought the tantalizing kiss of self-indulgence a dream forever out of reach. And now that its sweet ruin courses through my veins, I shall not be quick to relinquish it. Show me your work, Mythos, that I might revel in it! Salvation is come! Rejoice as our souls are granted peace unending!
How do you know this day will come? What proof have you?
I knew Mythos. Your mere existence is proof of the Lord's grand design. I'll never serve your god! It soars as it did the day I won want my crown, Ethos. But none could wrest it from my head. Come! Have you the strength? Have you the will?
Is at an end.
And we both know the truth. It is I who stand victorious. My will that prevailed.
Your will? No. It was his.
Clive Rossfield. strength in will. Would that I had not relinquished my own.
You relinquished nothing. What was it, if not will, that made you strive for a new world? Strive to win your master's approval? You were shown a fantasy, and you chose to believe it. But you were wrong. There is no world but the one we live in. And that world is worth saving, even if it means killing a god.
Bold words. From one who has served the Lord so well.
This is pointless.
But I almost forgot. I promised that I would make you presentable. Did I not? We shall fulfill our destinies, just as the Lord's Mother Crystals have fulfilled theirs. Come, Clive Rossfield. Take what is rightfully yours. Become one with God.
No.
At long last, salvation. I'm coming home. Mother.
Tell me, how does it feel?
Show yourself! Face me!
How does it feel to consume your rival's strength, to gorge yourself on their beam, to edge step by trembling step ever closer to the divine? With or without a will, you are still but a vessel, our vessel. Behold, how your body shudders in anticipation of its fate.
Oh, it's not yours yet.
No. Come then, O wayward child. We shall await you upon the back of the first worm. There, all shall end and begin again.
Why the hell is my city falling with the captain?
Don't ask me, ask them! Since when was Eugen Hamel one to hide when there was a fight to be had?
Since they stripped me of my rank and banished me from the battlefield. Now I'm stuck wiping the backsides of this god while the city burns and my wife tells off the man half my age! And then you turn up! What the hell are you doing here anyway?
What indeed?
The enemy numbers 200,000 or more, counting the Yorks. There are simply not enough soldiers garrisoned in the capital to repel an army of that size.
Then one of the central keep.
Held by a contingent of soldiers and bearers from the surrounding boroughs. They are the sole reason it still stands. And all it took was an army on their doorstep to bring them together.
The prospect of death does put things into perspective.
Perspective. Perhaps it's what we've lacked all along.
I need you to lend me some of your best men, preferably all of them.
My best men? Does it look like I'm anymore?
I admit this might not be the most convenient time, but my nephew's in trouble, and I may have already promised him your help.
Your nephew, the outlaw? My soldiers have better things to do than die for nothing.
And you and he are of the same mind. I fights for the opposite. He fights for a world in which we shouldn't have to live and die for nothing. And he fights today to give us all the chance of a better tomorrow.
Be that as it may, a handful of men cannot stand against the kingdom.
Then mayhap they are the wrong men.
Well, I'll be damned.
Our numbers are few, but I shall rally as many of my dragoons as I'm able. You, apprise the Lord Strategist of the state of the city's defenses.
Yes, Your Radiance.
And you would fight alongside us?
I owe the Phoenix a debt.
Does this vouch for my nephews?
Aye, but I still have my doubts about you.
Which we can discuss later.
Indeed.
You said you had men garrisoned in the keep. Captain, do you know how many yet remain?
Allow me to confirm. Commander?
Whatever their number, Randalar will be needing
Gather the
them
bodies
all.
and build a pyre in the courtyard. Quickly.
Terence.
My lord.
You will find a girl there.
A girl? We are in the middle of a war.
I owe her my life, and I always pay my debts. You are to see that she is provided for.
Dion, I cannot leave.
But you shall. If I'm ever to be worthy of the forgiveness of our people, then I must earn it. And I must earn it by my hand, and my hand alone. Know that I do not ask this lightly.
And know that I will do it.
Farewell, Terence.
Farewell, my prince.
Clive. Thank fuck. You alright?
I am. But I'm a damn sight better for seeing you, Joshua.
And Barnabas.
The king is dead.
So they're all...
They are, but so is their killer. He can't hurt anyone anymore. You're safe.
Gav, we need to talk.
sorry, Clive. You know I want nothing more than to go with you.
I do. But I'm glad you're heading back to the Enterprise nonetheless.
And not just for Edda's sake. Our people need to know what happened here.
You can count on me.
As can she, I hope.
Thank you, me lords.
Do you think that was wise?
Wiser than leaving a woman with child alone in the Deadlands. They'll be safer at the hideaway. For now, at least. This land is overrun with Akashic. The king himself was long turned, albeit by choice, all to serve Ultima, in his damnable quest to forge the perfect vessel.
The chaos Barnabas wreaked upon nation after nation. How many were killed for this?
Ah. He didn't consider it killing. Or a mercy of sorts. A way to end their suffering. He truly wanted to save mankind, and ultimately used that.
As he uses us.
But why us? What are we?
What are we? We are dominance. That is our fate. But that doesn't mean we have to accept it, which is why we fight. For the right to deny it. Is that not so?
It is. For our sins. Barnabas said something else. That the Mother Crystals were Ultimas.
Ultimas? Are you certain?
We know that the Mother Crystals have been leading the land of Ether. And we also know that it's this which hastens the spread of the Blight. But what I cannot fathom is what Ultima stands to gain from that. What did you find at the Stronghold?
The truth about Ultima's prize. For so long, I believed it to be you, and you alone. Yet, it is not merely a Freet that he desires, but a Freet and Phoenix both. That which we became in the skies over Twinside. Only when the twin flames are joined shall his vessel be complete. Quite why he needs a vessel is another question. Unless there is something he cannot achieve without one. Something his immaterial form precludes. Something requiring an unthinkable amount of ether and a body resilient enough to channel it. If I did not know better, brother, I would think that he meant to cast a spell. A spell 1,000 years in the making. A spell to end all spells.
And he cannot do it without us. Nor without the Mother Crystals. But if we destroy them all, we will stop not only the Blight, but Ultima as well. We stick to the plan then. Only this time,
we face him together.
Well, it's a long walk to Stone here. Let's not keep Ultima waiting.
When Barnabas fell, his magic died with him. The road to Stone here is barred to us no longer.